Welcome back, everyone. Today we got a brand new EDC fixed blade coming from Kizer Knives, and this is from a new designer for Kizer, Mr. Sharon, and I must say I like what I'm seeing. And if you would be interested in winning this particular muskrat, then stick around, because somewhere in this video I'm going to announce how to win this, and thanks to Mr. Derek, this giveaway is possible, so definitely give him a thank you in the comments. Since this one was the main test subject, we'll talk about this one mainly. First off, let's check out this Kydex sheath. I love the fact that they kept it to a fold-over taco style sheath. Keeps it nice and minimal, and it's got decent thickness to it. Absolutely no rattle on either one of these. They even have a nice little ramp right here to allow you to push off on it. Nice positive click. Like I said, no rattle. You got some lashing points here, and it comes with this belt clip attachment. This knife measures 6.09 inches overall, and it has a drop point blade made from 154 cm stainless steel. Kizer does a really good job with their 154, especially at the price point that you're getting it at. It has a cutting edge of 2.43 inches, perfect for a wide range of tasks. The blade features a beautiful raw stone wash finish that not only looks great, but also helps hide wear and tear. You got a nice little top swedge for some flair. Your blade has a pretty robust tip there, which is good for doing some twisting and turning, maybe even some light prying. Not something I'm advocating for, but 154's got some decent toughness to it, as well as good corrosion resistance. You have a row of moderate traction jimping. It offers some grip. Could be a little bit grippier, but you know, I'm good with it the way it is. The flat grind is coming in at around 22 thousandths behind the edge, sharpened to 20 degrees per side, which should deliver a pretty good cutting experience on a wide variety of things. Let's find out. Kizer did a great job of providing a nice sharp edge to this one, and I wanted to show, you know, even though it's not a huge blade, it's still very, very capable. And even though it's not the thinness I would have liked, it's still gonna cut really, really well, you know, especially for regular cardboard like this. Now, if you had like triple wall cardboard or something like that, maybe. But a lot of the times your apex is what's doing the cutting. It's just whenever you have those high friction cuts, you know, like thick rubber or something like that, where it collapses onto the sidewalls, that you really, really start to notice it. And this one's not super thick behind the edge. I think it's like 22 thousandths. You know, that's not bad at all. It's better than a lot of folding knives out there. And now we're going to test the ergos. You know, I started out light. I will say the handle is a little thin. So, you know, the more you increase pressure into this, it's going to require a lot more grip strength. And that's something I did notice, that I was really having to bear down so this one wouldn't turn in the hand. But, you know, are you going to be doing those hard cuts like that? I mean, I'm really bearing down there. So if you're not, then it's not a big deal at all. And if you are, you could easily do a small paracord wrap on there, give it a little bit extra thickness, put you a little lanyard knot at the end if you needed to, and I think you'd be a-okay. That belly is going to make it a breeze doing this type of stuff on a flat cutting surface. And you'll see me going back and forth to that index finger grip. That means this thing is nice and sharp. Yes, it is. And the belly is not too crazy. You got enough straight edge portion that allows you to do these cuts really easy. And like I showed earlier, the in-hand cuts as well. So I enjoyed using this one a lot. You know, I think it's blasting through the 1/2-inch sisal rope. I think we cut 140 cuts before I ran out of the piece I cut. And, you know, we're not testing for head retention, but it did perform really, really well. And that edge still feels nice and crisp by the end of this. So I am a-okay happy with that. Yeah, excellent job. I like Kizer's 154 a lot. You know, it's a fairly easy steel to heat treat. So, you know, it should be done pretty well. And I have not had any crazy issues with Kizer's 154 at all. It sharpens easy. It takes a very keen edge. I have found that it works best with a 600 grit edge. It's dropped with like 12 micron, and maybe do a light pass over, you know, 3 microns, something like that. That gives me that bite that I'm looking for, and I find the edge lasts a lot better, especially when cutting, your more abrasion resistant stuff like sisal rope. Now, I could use a tip. I think I am using a tip right there. I think, the natural cut would have been just use that belly, but I like to see if I'm capable of using the tip if I want. I did find a little bit of drag through that dense cardboard, and that's normal. It takes a nice thin edge to cut that stuff easily. But as you can see, it cut everything, and it cut everything very well, easy, and I'm good with it. I thought it performed really well, and for the most part, it was really comfortable. It's not that it had any hot spots, but you do have to grip it a little bit tighter because of those thinner scales. Hope y'all enjoyed that cutting footage. I enjoyed making it for y'all. Now, one of the standout features of the Muskrat, in my opinion, is its versatility and carry options. You can easily clip this one to your pocket. This is how I mainly carried it. As you can see, completely disappears the way this clip's set up. You can easily get to it, use it, and then I usually just push it up like this whenever I have both hands. And no printing. Small enough. I have it on one of these small discrete carry concept clips. The reason I use this one is because this is pretty much the only one that I could find that easily fit this hole pattern. It's not a standard hole pattern. If I could have fit a 1x1 Ulti-clip on there, I would have done it. Now the 3x3 Ulti-clip may fit. I did not try one of those. I didn't have an extra spare one. So I just put this one on because it fit, and it works out to where I can get my finger in there. You could also put soft loops on here. I prefer carrying it in my pocket. Soft loops will work great. You can carry it appendix carry, horizontal carry. It's definitely versatile in its carry. If you're going to carry this neck carry, being that it only has a one eyelet, you're going to have to try to cinch it down to where it's not going to spin around on you. But in the pocket, excellent. Or your belt. If you wanted to remove the clip altogether, you could easily carry this one as a neck knife. It can be carried neck carry like this, but with the one eyelet like this, you have to figure out a system to where it doesn't spin around like this, so you don't get caught up like that. That's why it's nice to have the two eyelets here and here if you want to carry neck carry. It's not something I would carry neck carry. I just prefer to carry it in my pocket, but it's definitely doable. So that's why, in my opinion, because of the wide range of carry options, this makes it an excellent choice for EDC, in my opinion. And my preferred means to carrying this one was clipped to the pocket. Now let's talk about the handle area. The Muskrat features a full tang construction, just meaning that the steel goes all the way through, which is going to add to its durability, along with that strong tip. You have natural linen micarta scales on this one with a nice attractive argyle pattern cross hatching, which is going to add even more grip while micarta is already grippy. During all the testing, I found that it was comfortable. I had no hot spots. My medium-sized hands, I can get a 4-finger grip. If you have large, extra large hands, you may need to tie a thicker knot lanyard at the butt end of it so you can get a nice grip to it. But I had no issues. Now, it is skinny in the handle area, so, doing the heavier push cuts, like when I was doing the wood and really bearing down, it does make it harder to grip the knife. It wants to turn in the hand. But, I think this is more suited for your, quick cuts and just average EDC task. You have bolt-on construction, Torx T8 fasteners, so nice large fasteners. I'm happy to see that. And they're somewhat shadow box, as you can see here, just meaning that the steel is coming past the actual scales. Nothing wrong with that. And if you did plan on buying this and you planned on doing heavy use stuff, my recommendation would be just to do a paracord wrap over the micarta. That would give you some extra thickness. And I've done it before. It makes it nice and comfortable for that type of stuff. But for your everyday today EDC tasks, it's going to be perfectly fine. I found this one to be an easy one to carry for sure, because with the Kydex and clip, this one's only coming in at 3.36 ounces. So nice and lightweight, lighter than most of my folding knives, and you don't have to worry about a lock failing on this. So that's one of the reasons why I like to carry an EDC fixed blade on me. And at that weight, I think this could make a nice little hiking knife, even hunting knife. You got nice belly. If you needed to clean some small game, you could do that. And for the camping trips, if you want to have something on you, to do some food prep, stuff like that. I think it's a great companion knife. Now for some quick size comparisons, we have the Kizer Smolt and the Kizer Deckhand. These are both a little bit longer. Next up, we have the Kizer Mini Harpoon and the Big Idea Designs, the Lookout. It's smaller than the Mini Harpoon and it's just a hair longer than the Lookout. And it's just a tad bit shorter than both the Civivi Typhoeus and the Essie Azula. And we'll end with two locking folders. We have the Ontario Rat Model 2 and the Kizer Drop Bear, which are both a good bit longer. Now for my nitpicks and complaints. First thing that I noticed right off the back is this is a flat grind. I would have loved that this would have been a hollow grind because it could have came down thinner than this. I do know that Derek, the designer, tried to get him to put a hollow grind on here, but the hollow grinds cost more, so they went with a flat grind. Hollow grind would have been great. It would have been slicier than it already is. And I think my biggest nitpick on it is the sharpening choil. I sharpened it up after I did the testing, and you can see I already started coming up on the plunge grind. Right here, it's really bad. So, you know, not the biggest deal on my fixed blades because I can easily fix this. I don't have to worry about a stop pin or anything. This is a quick, easy fix. And if y'all would like me to show y'all how to do that, I could easily make a video on that. But they could have either come up a little bit more and down or brought that plunge grind all the way back. But it is a angled plunge grind. So, you know, even bringing that plunge grind all the way back, you wouldn't have had a whole lot of sharpenings. So it's not the end of the world, especially because I enjoyed everything else about the knife. I like the overall profile, I like the aesthetics. Now the handle is skinnier, but like I said, you know, unless you're planning on using this as a hard UCDC fixed blade, which in my opinion, it's a small fixed blade. I'm not going to be chopping a tree down with this thing. So I think it's perfect for your everyday, day-to-day task for the majority of the people out there. Especially for the fact of what these cost. You can get this particular version with the 154 cm and the micarta scales for $59. I think that's an exceptional value for the quality and performance you get here. It's a solid investment for anybody looking to get into EDC fixed blades. This would be a great first knife for a son or daughter. It should be a nice and dependable EDC, accessible to both seasoned knife enthusiasts and the newcomers alike. If $59 is a little too much, you can go with the D2 option. It's coated and it has G10 scales, same cool little cross-hatching Orgal texture there for $10 less at $49. That is exceptional. And one thing I noticed whenever I did the review of the Big Idea Designs, the Lookout, a lot of people said it was too expensive. This comes in at $200, and yeah, that is an expensive price point. It's M390 titanium scales. Well, for everybody who liked this one, but it was too much out of their price range or they didn't want to spend $200, for $41 less, you can get a similar looking blade in the Muskrat. You get more cutting edge and about the same handle for $41 less. Now, the 154 cm is not going to hold an edge quite as long as the M390, but they both slice comparably. And being this one has titanium scales, it's going to be heavier. This one's 2.75 and the Muskrat is 2.25. So you're going to shave a little bit of weight, you shave a good bit of money. I think it's a great competitive option. Before we go any further, let's do this giveaway. We have a few quick rules. First, you have to be 18 years or older. Sorry, this is a knife and there's legalities to this kind of thing. Plus, you have to have a U.S. address. You don't have to be a U.S. resident, but you have to have a U.S. address for this to go to. So you'd have to have a proxy. And we're going to probably let this go on for, I don't know, maybe three days to a week, depending on how things go. I'll pick the winner through a random comment picker generator, either before one of my videos or I'll do it on a quick live. And you'll just have to go rewatch it if you miss it. I'll probably pick 3 winners. And it'll go like this. The first winner will have 24 hours to contact me. If he doesn't contact me, it'll go to the next guy. If he doesn't contact me, it'll go to the third guy. Hopefully we can get one of the 3. And good luck. So if you want to be entered in the Kizer Muskrat D2 EDC fixed blade giveaway, in the comments, thank Mr. D. Sharon and also put fireballs coming. So in conclusion, the Kizer Muskrat EDC fixed blade is a well-rounded, versatile knife that excels in everyday tasks and even outdoor situations. It's nice and lightweight build, sharp blade, comfortable grip, make it a standout option at this price range. If you're in the market for a reliable and affordable fixed blade, I can highly recommend checking this one out. If you're interested in this, I will have it linked down in the description. It will be an affiliate link, so if you want to help support what I do here in this channel, it helps me pay for all my testing materials. That is awesome, and I can't thank you enough. If not, no biggie. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget, hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on the Kizer Muskrat? Until next time, stay sharp, smile more.